Hi, my Gemini friends. We are going to do a May reading for Gemini specifically. And let's get started. First, we're going to go ahead and give the cards a good shuffle. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful late afternoon here in Atlanta. It is sunny and breezy, and temperatures are very moderate, and it's been an incredible day just to do some things that I love to do, like read cards. And it's been a really creative day for me, so I did do a reading, which I put on True Sacred Union, which is the weekly for everybody for May 5th through the 11th. So if you want to catch that, it gives you a general weekly reading. This is a monthly reading, and this is for Gemini. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, and let's find out what the overall energies are for Gemini this month of May. All right. Oh, the first card I pull is the Messenger of the Rider. Okay, so it's the Rider. And let's see. Ooh, we have a twin flames, twin soul, soulmate, the simpatico card. Two of a kind. Love it. And, oh my goodness, we got the catalytic heart awakening card as well. Well, I gotta say, it does look like there's some things on the move for the very, very interesting connection that we know of as twin flames, soulmates, or sacred partners. And in this particular case, it looks like Gemini is making some significant progress. And the reason why I say that is, if we pair these two cards together, what we get is, of course, the twin flames. And then we also have the movement card. The Rider is about green lights. It's about progress. It's about messages. It's about a messenger, someone who's moving quickly. So that's always a good thing. And in this reading, the twin flame card showed up in the middle, which is the emphasis of the cards. And then the others sort of back up that central card. So what we also have is, look at that, catalytic heart awakening, right? On the other side of the twin flame, soulmate, sacred union card. So we've got a situation where things are really moving quite quickly in terms of the transformation. And I think that those are about as strong cards as you can get. So if you are a twin flame, chances are you are in the process during the month of May of really, really making some huge shifts and changes. If you are not a twin flame, but you are in a sacred partnership, if you are in a very close soulmate relationship, this also says that, we're still, no matter what, we're all still going through the catalytic heart awakening, which is coming into alignment with our higher selves so that we can connect with our beloved, whoever that person is, in a way that's extremely healthy and complementary to each other. Not so much about opposites, but more simpatico, more two of a kind. We're alike more than we're different, which is what's really changed in the new relationship. It's the goals people seem to have in relationships. They want to be with someone that's like them. I want to be with someone who wants to do what I want to do, and I want to have those things in common. I don't want to be the opposite. They do this and I do that. We want to come together. So those are really powerful overall energy cards for Gemini for me. So we're looking at, that is the big picture, is on relationship, which is awesome. Now let's go ahead and get some more clarification on what specific information do we need to know about our love connection. Okay, so we've got the Archer card is the first card that comes up. And we've got the Magnet. And let's go way over here. This card has been coming up constantly, and I do think I know the reason. This is the Church, and it's a lot more about the dogma and the I want to say the old templates. That's what it feels like. The old models of marriage, the old models of relationship. It does also talk about the collective conscious, though. And as we all know, the collective conscious is shifting. It does seem to be shifting away from the traditional dogmatic ways into something that's a little bit more spiritual, a little bit more soul enriching. But let's take a look first at the Archer card. All right. The Archer card is in the love relationship. It's asking you to take careful aim. Okay? Careful aim at what you're working on. It's also talking about your go-to guy or gal. All right. It's interesting that this is a quick card because we've got the messenger as well. So the Archer is next to the Magnet. And there is an aspect, this is the main card that we want to look at, the one that's in the middle. And in the relationship, there does seem to be this mutual magnetic attraction. There's that something about the person. It's that je ne sais quoi. It's that yearning for, that attraction, that magnetic. And it's basically saying, take careful aim. You're on target with that. That's your perfect go-to guy or gal. That is your area of focus. And take aim. All right? The other thing is we've got to balance that magnetic attraction, the charm, the yearning, all of those things. We're kind of going through the final throes maybe of this dogmatic family values, marital, traditional programming, right? And this stuff needs to be transmuted, transformed. And, we have that card here, right? We got this card as our overall energy. So you've got the transformation going on. It does seem that the transformation is taking place in some of these. Now, when I think of family values, I'm not talking about family values like being in a family, because there's just a beautiful, beautiful connection to have family. I think that what we're talking more about when we talk about the old relationship model is that traditional programming. Programming is how things are supposed to be. This is supposed to be this way, and there's this works this way. And it works that way because religion and dogma and principles tell us it does. So everybody has to follow the rules. Family is different than that. Family values is really programmed into us by society. And that is very powerful influencer when we're dealing with catalytic heart awakenings and connections of that type. So, we have that longing desire, that real need for that magnetic attraction, the seduction and yearning that comes along with that very powerful connection that's outside of this traditional programming. And it's saying, be careful that you take specific aim, that you're very precise about what you want. It's your go-to guy or your go-to girl, a guy or a gal, and that is the focus. That's where you want your focus to be. So that is where we are at with love. Let's take a look at what specific information do you need to know about career and abundance. So career, or how we make our living, or how we express ourselves creatively to create abundance. And let's start over here. Interesting. So we've got we've got the snake energy here. Okay. We've got the loons. Okay. And we also have the man. This would be the boyfriend, fiance, spouse, or love interest. So we've got 3 things going on, and this has to do with career. So let's see how we read these cards when it comes to career. Okay. The main card here in this reading is going to be the loons. So we're talking in terms of working. that you're probably finding that in your career, you have awakened some lost hopes. You have a deep, deep desire to manifest something. And you're very committed to it. Whatever it is, there's a devotion to it almost. There's something extremely deep in terms of the connection. And it's so powerful because it does revolve around reawakening lost hopes. It's like you probably feel like, oh, you already gave up on, making a difference. And truth is that you're finding out that you really can reawaken that within you. And but there is an influence somehow, with the man that you're involved with, or the woman, I want to say, if you're, or the love interest is sitting there. So, maybe this person is pulling you a little bit off of this commitment, or they could be supporting you in that commitment. I think it could go either way. Now, we do have here the snake card for the career. All right. So Gemini, you want to be a little bit careful that there isn't someone that's in the situation that doesn't have your best interests at heart. Maybe they're a little bit jealous of, well, they might be jealous of the time you're spending. They know probably that you have a really close relationship. We've talked about how that's a really big part of your life, is this relationship and sacred partner, at least for this month, right? There might be a little bit of jealousy in that area. Maybe they are giving you the silent treatment just a little bit. They're, feeling, I don't know, just a little bit maybe left out with your deep commitments. But it is affecting, the energy is affecting this work relationship. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a couple clarifiers on that. I'll pull one at a time, and I'll see if I come up with something that gives us a better understanding of that snake card. Okay. All right. So what I'm getting is that, this person may be a little bit jealous that you're going places. You are on a roll. You are in movement. So you are on your way to accomplishing what you want to accomplish, and you're doing it in a really fun way. And the ship is about going places quickly. So it could be very possibly, if this is career and monetary related, that there's someone that's just a little bit jealous. They're a little bit jealous. They might not have the same kind of outcomes for the efforts that they're putting in. And let's see if we've got any other cards that might want to clarify that. Let's see, I'll put this over here. Okay, well, there's a really good news. We're actually still confirming the snake. Even though you've got this stuff going on, okay, and we kind of talked about it. That person might be a little bit upset about you moving on and faster maybe than they are. They may feel a little bit like you've backstabbed them. They may feel a little bit like you're giving them the silent treatment. Either way, it's going either way. But we're reassured that in May that there's going to be some new beginnings in that respect. All right? Maybe they're going to also see a sudden increase and a multiplication of what they're doing. In other words, maybe by you sticking to your deep commitment and staying focused on it, knowing that you're going places, if you just allow things to unfold, this person will start to realize that they too are going to benefit from everything that's happening. Because I do feel that this is a person that's related to your work or somehow involved with your work. Okay? And if you're, in relationship with the man in your life in a professional way, it may be that man. Yeah. All right, so that's a little bit about career, and let's take a look at one more, let me see here, one more, higher self. Let's see what higher self wants us to know about this month of May. Okay, We've got the albatross. We also have the victory card, the trophy. And we have some sudden, unexpected things happening. So this is interesting. Okay, so the first thing that I see here is that with the trophy card and the scythe card, okay, that there's something sudden and unexpected. And because it's right next to the trophy card, I would say that you're going to have an unexpected victory. In other words, this is going to come as a surprise. It's a harvest. It's like, wow, something is really coming to fruition here. And it can almost be a little bit shocking. It's very unexpected. It's sudden. It's like, wow, that is a nice surprise. Now, the thing that we do have going on over here with the albatross is that the albatross is actually a very good omen, but it's associated, it's associated with a bad thing because of some, I don't know. Arya has explained it in some of her readings. There's a story about a sailor that they made him wear an albatross around his neck because I don't know. I don't even know. But let's put it this way, is that it is a good omen, all right? I think he was like saying something about something bad about the albatross or something. But the baggage and the burdens that we carry, all right, some of the shame and the regret that we carry can sometimes be associated with, whatever we're working on. And we need to release that. Okay, so we need to liberate ourselves from that. We need to release ourselves from that in order to have a big victory. So I would say that because you are looking at what baggage you've had, and maybe you've already done this, you've already kind of worked on this stuff. You've let go of the guilt. You've let go of the shame. You're in a much stronger position. Then what ends up happening is that you have a sudden, unexpected turn of events, and it plays out in this victory. So that's a really, really great way to end the May reading for the Gemini. Gemini, it sounds like you're going to have an absolutely great May. And I hope you'll catch me back next month for June. All right? So thank you, Gemini, for listening. And we'll see you next time.